Hi students, in this class we will discuss about MapReduce programming. This is the last chapter of your first module. So in this chapter we will be discussing about the classic Java word count program for Hadoop. We will be learning the steps to compile and run, streaming interface, the pipe interface, and at last MapReduce chaining and strategies for MapReduce debugging. Everything we will be learning in this chapter. So first, coming to the classic Java word count program. So when we learn C or C++, like the basic sample program is Hello World program. Likewise, the very basic sample program in MapReduce Hadoop programming is word count program. And you know, this Hadoop framework, it is written in Java, and we'll be learning about this Java word count program, and in this video we'll be learning about the steps to compile and run a Java word count program. So when we talk about MapReduce programming, MapReduce algorithm, we know the steps. There are 5 steps. The first step is input split. The second one is map, combiner step, shuffle step, and at last the reduce step. So input file, it will be splitted into logical block, and to every logical block a mapper will be assigned. So the number of mappers will be equal to the number of logical splits. So here, this is my example. First we'll discuss about the example, then we can go into the programming part. This is my input file. 2 input file I have, hello world by world. This is my first input file. The second one is hello Hadoop, goodbye Hadoop. This is my second input file. So in word count program, what do you mean by this word count program? I have to count the frequency of every word present in my input file. I have to count the frequency of every word present in my input file. So here I have 2 input files, and to each input file a mapper will be assigned. And as you know, the output of this mapper will be key value pair. Key value pair, and this key value pair will be given to the next step, combiner step. This combiner step, as we have learned in the previous video, it is optional, it is not mandatory. Then the output of combiner step will be given to the shuffle step, and then from shuffle step at last to my reducer step, right? So in mapper step, what it is done is like you take your input file, break into tokens. So if this is my input file, so this input file will be broken down into tokens. So how many tokens will be there? 4 tokens. Hello is 1 token, world second token, by third token, and world the 4th token. So it will be broken down into tokens, and to each token a value will be assigned. This value will be 1, right? So every token a value will be assigned, and this will be the output of my mapper step. So this I'll say as key value pair, right? So key is my token, and to this token a value is assigned. So the output of my mapper step is list of key value pairs. So this key value pair will be given to the next step. As I told, it is a combiner step. It is optional, it is not mandatory. And here I'll perform the local aggregation. That is, as I told, this first input file is assigned to the first mapper. Second input file is assigned to the second mapper. So local aggregation means inside a mapper, you can check here, hello is 1 token, world by world. So 2 tokens are similar. World, it has 2 occurrence, right? So in this mapper, in the first mapper, I'll perform local aggregation. That is, since I have similar token, I'll combine and I'll write like this, right? So world 2. So local aggregation. Similarly, for the second mapper, will do the local aggregation. Here, which token is same, Hadoop is same, so it will perform local aggregation. So hello, 1, Hadoop, 2, goodbye, 1. So this will be the output of combiner step. Then it will be given to the shuffle step, and at last to my reducer step. In reducer step, what is happening? It will count the occurrence of every word present in your input file. So here it is by comma 1, goodbye comma 1, then Hadoop. I don't have any other occurrence, so it is Hadoop comma 2. Here you can check hello comma 1, hello comma 1, so it will be aggregated. So it is hello comma 2. Similarly, world comma 2, it is already there. So this will be the output of my reducer step. Right now. So with this example, we can go into this programming part. So as I said, so what is my first thing? Classic Java word count program for Hadoop. Right. So MapReduce programming, and it is written in Java language. Right. So you know Hadoop, it is for distributed data processing. And as you know, Hadoop, it is for distributed data processing, and this traditional Java programming language does not support distributed processing. Right. So if I want to implement a MapReduce function in Java language directly, I cannot use all the data types available in my Java language. Right. So I cannot use those primitive data types. So I need an interface. So traditional Java, it won't support distributed processing, but my Hadoop, it is meant for distributed processing. So if I want to write any MapReduce program in Hadoop with Java, I need an interface. I need an interface between this traditional Java and the Hadoop framework. I need an interface between this Java programming language and the Hadoop framework. So this interface is known as writable interface. Writable is an interface in Hadoop. Right. So using this interface, I can use those primitive data types. I can use those primitive data types of Java. Using which interface? Writable interface. This writable interface, it acts as a wrapper to primitive data type of Java. So these are my primitive data types in Java. So if I want to use this Boolean data type, how I can use it in Hadoop? Using this writable interface. So it should be Boolean writable. Similarly, byte, it should be byte writable. Short writable. Similarly, all this data type I can implement with this writable interface in Hadoop. Similarly, classes you can take string class, object class in Java. How I can use in Hadoop using this writable implementation. For string, it is text, and for object, it is object writable. So this is how I can use the data types available in Java in Hadoop framework. Coming to this programming part, I can say this Java program has 4 parts. The first is I have to import all the necessary packages. Then it is MapReduce programming, right? So the mapper class I have to implement, reducer class, and at last your main function. Right? So it is necessary packages, mapper class, reducer class, and it is your main. So import the package needed for my configuration, import the package needed to specify the path, and the packages needed for my writable interface, packages needed for my mapper class and reducer class, and the packages needed to specify the input file format and the output file format. Everything I have to import it. As a second part, it is my mapper part. So this class name should be same as that of my file name since it is a Java program. And here this is my mapper class, tokenizer mapper, and this mapper class, it extends my mapper class, and it has 4 attributes: object, text, text and InWritable. So what are these attributes? This is nothing but key in, value in, key out and value out. So input to my mapper class and the output of my mapper class. The first two is input to my mapper class and the next two parameters is the output of my mapper class. As you know, the output of your mapper class is list of key value pairs as we have discussed in this example. And what about the input to the mapper class? I'll give the input file where I have to find the frequency of every word, right? So in my example, right, these two are my input files. So here I have to count the occurrence of every word present in my input files. So this is my key in and value in, right? First two attributes. So key in is address of my file and value in is the contents in my file. Object text. So this object is nothing but the address of my input file, and this is value in. This value in is nothing but the contents of my input file, right? So here I am going to declare two variables in right. So one is one variable and the another variable is word, and the first variable one, it is of type InWritable. So I am declaring a variable one which is of InWritable, and I am initializing this one variable with the value 1. And the second variable is word, it is of type text, right? So I am declaring two variables. First variable is of type InWritable and the second variable is of type text. Then coming to this map function, it will take the input file, right? As I told, this contains the address of my input file and the contents of my input file, right? So value is the contents of my input file, and this map function has one more attribute known as context, and this is for emitting your output, right? So the mapper output should be given as the input to my reducer stage. So to emit this output, I am using this context. And here what is happening in this mapper is it takes line by line, right? So value, as I told, value is contents of my input file. It takes line by line, convert to string, and then it tokenizes the string, right? So here you can check, value is converted to string and it is tokenized into, and it is tokenized using string tokenizer. It is tokenized, and the complete tokens, it will be available in this variable ITR, right? So if I take this example, so hello world by world, so this complete line is taken, converted to string, and using string tokenizer, it is tokenized. So how many tokens will be there? 4 tokens will be there. Hello is 1 token, world second token, by third token, and world the fourth token, right? So it is tokenized, and all these tokens, it is available in this variable ITR, which is of type string tokenizer. And then using a while loop, you iterate. So take one by one token, and what you have to do to this token, right? To this token, you have to assign this value, because the output of my mapper function, it should be a key value pair. So to this token, set the value, right? Likewise, I'm going to emit the output. So world, what is this one? This one variable, it is initialized to the value 1. So word comma 1 will give you the corresponding token comma 1. So this will be the output of my mapper part. So the output of your mapper function is list of key value pairs. Similarly, all the tokens, it will be assigned with the value 1, and it will be given as the list to the next step. Next step is reducer part. This reducer class, in some reducer, it extends this reducer class. It has 4 parameters. key in, value in, key out and value out. Here this key in and value in is the input from my mapper class. Right, input from my mapper class, usually it will be a list of key value pairs. And what about this key out and value out? So for every string, what is the frequency? Right, so the final answer is the final answer will be represented using these two attributes, key out and value out. And here I am having, I am declaring a variable result which is of inwritable, and I am having this reduce class. This reduce class, it has three parameters. As I said, it is it will take the input from my mapper class, so text inwritable. And you know, for the same key, I can have many occurrence. I can have many occurrence. I'll tell this. You take this example. Right. This, as I told, this is the first mapper class. Right. So hello, how many? Sorry, world. How many times it is present? It is present twice. That's what it is meant here. Right. For the same key, there will be many values. Right. So you have to take the key and you have to sum it up. Right, you have to get the values, find the total, and at last, how will you emit the final answer? Using context.write function, corresponding key and what is the total sum. So this will be the output for output of my reducer class. Right, likewise for every token, the corresponding frequency will be displayed. And coming to the fourth part is your main part. Here I'll specify my configuration. My job is, you can give your job name, word count, and you can set your mapper class name. Right? You can set your reducer class name. You can specify your input file format and output file format. All these things you can do it in your main program. And coming to these steps to compile, first you have to make a local directory. So to create a local directory, it is the command is mkdir. Using this mkdir command, create a directory, then compile your Java program. After compilation, you can use this following command to create the jar file. Right? So create a directory, compile it, create your jar file. After that, you can go to your HDFS, Hadoop Distributor File System, and you can create a directory. This directory will hold your input file. Using the make dir command, create a directory, and in this directory, you will put your input file. Right? So to place your input file, see input file is var and piece.txt. So this text file, you are placing it in your directory. So how to place this in your directory? Using put command. After placing your input file in your directory, you can run the word count application program. Right? So Hadoop jar word count.jar word count. This is your input file and it is placed in your input directory. So when you run this, you will get the output. The output will be the frequency of every word present in your input file. Thank you.